Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Today, Ben wrote in asking how you could go from, if you set up and create like a perfect loop in audio, how do you convert that to a BPM that you can then use to sync your patterns or external gear to? Let me show you. I know that this is 96 BPM that I'm playing over here, but sometimes you're not going to know, but this will just show you like the math works out okay, because you have to do some math. The SP404 Mark II, sometimes the auto BPM detection works okay, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, let's start. I'm going to go record a pad in. I'm in wait mode just because it'll be easier for me to show you this and we can get to the important part. I'm going to hit play. And as soon as we get to the 1-1, I'm just going to take and let like an extra kick come in just so I have something visually to kind of mark off of. So I'm going to hit start and end, and let's just play this. And what I want to do is just look for where it looks like the 1-1 is like right about here. Let's just zoom in. We can kind of see where this kick is. I'm not going to make this 100% perfect, but we'll get close enough. You can kind of see it's probably like around there is where the transient for the kick is coming in. So I'm going to turn gate off, turn loop on, and we'll take and just make sure that the loop point is at the same as the start. And we're going to hit it. Just see how it sounds. Sounds like it's looping good to me. Next step, you don't have to do this, but you'll have to do some subtraction if you want to, is I'm just going to go in and we're going to truncate the sample. And now we have a perfectly good loop. And to figure out how many samples we have, we do shift and hit in the value knob. And that's going to, on the end, is going to tell us how long it is. If you do not truncate, you just need to subtract your start value from your end value to get the appropriate BPM. But, and I'll link this over here, but from here, what we need, I've got this mp3 deepsound.net, really nice resource. I've also been kind of working on my own iPhone app to try and do some calculations. But anyway, I'd say I'll link this in the description just for anybody that's interested. But we know that this is a 2-bar loop. So I'm going to come in on to find BPM of a loop when its length is in samples is known. So we know it's 2 bars. The length, we've got the number here. So we're going to go 2, 3, 9, not 0, not O, 2, 3, 9, 7, 7, 5, 6. And the important part is you need to say 48 kilohertz because the internal for the SP404 Mark II runs at 48 kilohertz. And so that's the sample calculation. If you export a sample, it's going to be at 44.1. So just make sure you know if you're working on an exported sample someplace else, or if you're working internally on the SP404 Mark II, just set it to 48 kilohertz. And this happens to be a 4/4 beat. So I'm just going to say is a loop at, and it says 96.098. So there's probably a little bit of extra audio in there because it's not a perfect 96, or maybe the Akai wasn't playing perfectly at 96 BPM. Whatever it is, we at least know that we have a 96.098 BPM for what we're working on for this sample. So now I can come in here if I wanted to, and as we can see, it says 90 here. Well, first of all, we could take and go into pitch and speed. We could do an auto, but since we know what this is, we can set this to manual and then go down and adjust it to 96.09, which maybe you can do it. I forget if you can do it with the shift. No. There's probably a way to get a little bit in there, but I'm just rounding it up. So 96.1 is probably as close as you're going to get for this. Similarly, if you come in and hold shift down and pad 11, you can go adjust this BPM value at the bank level or the project level. It just depends on what BPM you're using. But this will allow you to get in sync for where you need to be. I think you hold shift down here. And you can select which one you want to adjust with the C1 here. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys out. If you want to know how to BPM sync from a sample length to get a actual BPM, got to do a little math, but I mean, the website over there makes it pretty easy. So anyway, hope Hope that helps you guys out. Thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good, and peace.